Ngoja simu najua ni lazima tu dance kamoja, okay? Ngoja tu dance kamoja. Guess who's back, guess who's back, guess who's back, hey, guess who's back, guess who's back, hey, guess who's back, guess who's hey, guess who's back, guess who's hey, guess who's back, guess who's back. Niketi pole taratibu because hata biscuit amesema guess who's back period. Guess who's back, guess who's back, guess who's back, hey, guess who's back, hey, guess who's back, 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 period. Anyway, Diko Dahoba, Big Sada. I'm having a really bad cold. That's why I have my hot chocolate here. It's flu season. Okie dokie. So guess who's back, guess who's back? Long time no see. Period. Anyway. Oh my goodness. I think the last time I was here was last year around this time. When I did that video on, is it, I'm not sure. Is it last year? Anyway, I don't know. Naona ni kama nilikuwa hapa last year around winter. Nikiwapatia shopping, like things to shop when you're coming to UK, especially over winter. I'ma see here. Anyway, long time no see. Well, I'm back. Well, I'm back and I'm easy like a Sunday morning. It's a new dawn. Yes. I resigned last week on Thursday. Let's start from the top. Hata nakumbuka the exact time nilitumia resignation letter. It was last week on Thursday at 13:30 hours. Tulikuwa tumekaa parking lot. Tukikula lunch with my person. Nilikuwa nimeenda kumdrop off work. So, tulimeketi hapo tunakula wrap yetu. Our chicken wrap. And then nika draft email. I read it out to him. Niliandika tu line mbili, si mingi, si maneno mingi. Kusema I'm resigning, nimepeana 7-day notice na kusema asanti and kind regards. That's it. Na nikamsomea, confirm, nikatuma. So I resigned last week on Thursday and that was the most liberating thing I could ever feel in this land of King Charlie. I felt so free. I felt so good. I felt so happy to finally get to send that email. Oh my gosh, because I really needed. Anyway, let me not get into details. Everybody has their own reasons why they resign. Some resign because they have bigger opportunities. Others resign because they are not happy. Yeah, so I resigned last week on Thursday. So the reason why I'm here today is to tell you the process I used for my new visa, my new skilled worker visa, after resigning from your sponsoring job, and then how you apply for another skilled worker visa, which means it's also supposed to be sponsored. So I'm gonna share with you my processes and what I did and everything. And of course, you know, it's gonna be a story time kind of video because that's how I roll. Biscuit, please don't back. I beg you, don't back, okay? Good boy. Sasa, so I did resign last week on Thursday. I remember the exact time. It was 13:30 hours, 13:35, 13:30 hours. I was so happy. So I got another job and in the same field. I'm still in healthcare. But this time I'm joining at a different level. I'll be based in the office. My coffee! Period. So now I'll be based in the office. I'm joining the management team and yeah, I'll tell you more. I'll tell you more later. Today it's not about that. I'll tell you more about that. But just know I've gone on a different capacity and it's a higher capacity and higher hii pesa ya King Charlie pia imepanda kiasi. I'm happy. It's a big challenge. It's a big role. I have a lot of training to do. I have a lot of courses to do, but I have everything it takes to smash it. period. Si mnajua mimi ni mtu wa bidii. Nikipewa role, I always give my all. So I'm not afraid. I have all it takes to thrive in that new job, to thrive in that new environment, especially because I will be having a peace of mind. I will be having peace. Nitakuwa na furaha, nitakuwa na dhayo. When I'm working, I'm at peace. Period. Anyway, so I resigned last week on Thursday, and then this week on Monday, I applied for my new skilled worker visa here in UK. Sasa ninatumia inaitangwaje tripod, na sasa sijui kama kama ninaangalia pale ama hapa ama pale. So hii video inaweza kuwa nitakuwa macho imeangalia juu. Anyway, it is what it is. Siji stress. Bora mnaelewa the message, period. Na mnaona uso. Hata kama macho inaonekana ni kama imeanga. I don't know, like, I don't know where. Camera 1 ni hii, ama ni camera 1 ndio hii, ama ni camera 1 ndio. It's only one camera anyway. But I don't know where the focus is. Anywho, tuendelee. So on Monday this week, I applied for my new skilled worker visa, of course sponsored. And I applied, nilimaliza application around 2 p.m. on Monday. And guess what? I got my approvals on Friday at 2 p.m. Everything happened in less than a week. I resigned on Thursday, applied for my visa on Monday, and I got my approvals by Friday. And I applied through the standard way. I did not apply through the priority. No, the standard way. So what did I do? Oh, please, nimwambia niko na hoba, so excuse my nasalized diction, speech. Come here. Niko na fruit fly hapa inashinda ikizunguka. It's a fruit fly, msijali. Anyway, so what was I saying? So I feel like I've been is it blabbing? I'm so excited. I'm all over the place. But anyway, don't worry. Nitawashikisha tu na mutaratara very soon. Now ndio hii mutaratara inaanza saa hii, ndio inaanza hapa. Chakala. Let me take a sip. Ni okay. Keratinama. Nama kagoyona no gonya. Awana nenyu. Ako kawimba nimekapenda siku hizi. That's one of my favorite song now. Anyway, situkuwa serious basi. So during my application for the visa, my new skilled worker visa, what was required? First of all, by now you should be knowing that all BRPs are expiring on 31st December 2024. So as at 1st of January 2025, BRPs zitakuwa obsolete. We are migrating to e-visa. So hakuna maneno na an ID. Back home in Kenya, we have alien IDs for foreigners. So here we normally use a BRP, which is biometric residential permit. It's like a small, it's just like an ID, but it's called a BRP. But now we are moving away from that and moving to e-visa. So for you to move from BRP to e-visa ahead of December 31st, 2024, Home Office will send you an email. And with that email is where you get a link on where you're going to apply and migrate your immigration status, your visa to e-visa, digital. Tunatoka analog, tunaenda digital. Tunatoka analog, tunaenda digital. So what was I saying? When I was applying for my new skilled worker visa here in UK, I used my UK VI account, which I created when I was immigrating my visa, my visa and immigration status from I don't say analog because it's not analog, from the paper. This is layman's language, from ya karatasi, physical one, to ahead of December 31st, 2024. So I already have a UK VI account. And this is the account that I use now to apply for my new visa. Okay? So, what are the requirements? Yeah? What are the requirements? First, you have to have a UK VI account. Duh. I didn't need to go physically to an office to apply for my visa. I didn't need to physically go to an office to give my fingerprints and photo and everything. Why? They already have that. When I was moving here initially, they took all that in Gigiri, Nairobi. They took my photo, they took my fingerprints, they took everything they needed, anything in terms of image and everything. They took it from there. But when I'm creating my UKVI account, I scanned my face as well. I scanned my face and I took a photo, but they did not take my fingerprints afresh. They already have that. You know what I'm saying? So what is required? UKVI account, because that's where you're gonna link your documentation. They ask you when you now tuko kwa process ya apply visa, when they ask you when you opened your UKVI account, what documentation did you use? So anakuonyesha hapo kuna passport, kuna BRP, ama anakuuliza stories za settlements. Unajua watu wenye wako na ILR and everything, watu wenye wako na hizo vitu EU whatever, I don't know those ones, so sita dwell on that. So mimi naongelelea ile inanihusu. Nilitumia BRP, biometric residential permit. So that's the document I used for my visa, for this visa application, to open my UK, to sign into my UKVI account, because hiyo ndio nilitumia. Now, when you get in there, you'll be asked for your passport number, your date of issuance, date of expiry, unaeka hizo details from your passport. My Kenyan passport, of course. Alafu, excuse me. So inakuprompt, si ati nimemaster everything, so ndaambia at the top of my mind what I remember, but you get a snippet of everything, you get an idea, right? You know what I'm saying? So unaweka details zako za passport. Of course they already have it, so basically for you ni kama unaandika to confirm, but you make sure you input the right thing, because you don't want a scenario where unatuma the wrong details and then it bounces back. But if you put everything well, it's a very straightforward process. They prompt you and everything you feed it the right way. Okie dokie. So nikajaza details zangu za passport, date of issuance, expiry date, passport number, country of issuance. Unaulizwa kama you've ever had any other citizenship anywhere. Many of course no, it's only Kenya. If you have, utaweka details zake. Then kuna place unaulizwa, ni kama tu the initial visa application process, unaulizwa maneno ya utaulizwa pia maneno za criminal record. Of course kama umekuwa na issue with the law huku, unaambiwa ustate, udeclare and everything, kuna hiyo slot. Alafu unaulizwa kama travel outside UK. Kama travel outside UK, mimi for me so far sija travel outside UK. Unaulizwa kama umeenda to Isle of Man, you know, huku UK, Jersey. Kama umeenda Isle of Man, pia upeane details. Me of course sijaenda anywhere, so I mean no. So ni kujaza tukienda tukiteremka chini, then it asks you if you have if you're married or if you have a partner, if you have kids. Of course me nikajaza my part because I have my person here. Nikajaza unaulizwa kama huyo your partner kama mko na yeye huku, kama mnaishi naye huku, unasema yeah, now I'm saying yeah, answer is yeah. So unaulizwa details zake, unamwandika details zake. Alafu unaulizwa kama ako abroad. Sasa ni huko Kenya, huko ni abroad. Tukiwa huku tunaita huko abroad. Oi, I need to wipe my nose a bit. Excuse me. Oi. Excuse me guys, okay, I'm having my nose is so blocked. Wait. Anyway, so unaweka details za your partner. If you have kids, unaweka details za your kids. If they are in UK, unasema wako huku. If they live with you, say they do live with you. If they're not here, utasema. Then if kama wako abroad ni huko Kenya, huko sasa ni abroad. Can you imagine? Ati mimi ninasema Kenya ni abroad. Na Kenya tulikuwa tunasema UK ni abroad. Wow. Anyway, kama hawako huku unasema pia hapo, unasema hawako huku. Sasa you'll be given a different prompt altogether. Na msisahau siku hizi healthcare kuna limitations. Kama salary yako threshold haijafika a certain level, hauwezi leta mtu wako. Especially wale wali immigrate. Is it ni this year, when you immigrate this year, I think from, I don't want to quote it, at some point this year, sijui ama ni March ama ni April, sijui, kulikuwa na cut off. So when you wanakuja after that, kama salary threshold yako haijafikisha a certain level, you're not allowed to bring your people. But kama ulikuja before those laws came up, you are allowed to come in. Like for example, say for example, kama mimi nilikuja 2022 July. So say for example right now my person hangakuwa amefika, even with that new law that states that when you wanakuja after, I don't know if it's March of April or April 2024, hawaleti their dependents, mimi haingeni affect because mimi nilikuja before, so bado angekuja. Anywho, nina explain to vitu na. Anyway, let's stick to the topic. Hakuna kwenda out of topic. Njia tunaenda hivi, sio hivi, ni hivi. Okay? So unajaza details za your partner, unadeclare mnaishi na yeye huku hivyo. Unapeana details zake za passport, Then unaendelea unaulizwa ile job yenye imekusponsor, is it on the shortage occupation list? Unasema yes. Unaulizwa which is the code of your new role that's gonna sponsor you for this skilled worker visa. Kuna codes. So my code this time was different because like I said, siendi na ile nilikuwa nayo. Sasa nimepanda stairs kadhaa. Sasa my code is different. So I put my new code. Now I'm saying, I'm so happy, you guys. I'm so happy. Period. So nikaeka my new code. Of course inaenda ina populate, inazunguka, computer inazunguka, inazicapture, inakwambia confirm ni hii, yes, na select, na feed, tunaendelea. All right, then from there what else was I asked? There's the proof of address. Darling, unaulizwa, are you applying whilst in the UK or are you applying whilst abroad? Nikasema mimi niko hapa in the land of King Charlie. I'm already here. So when you say you're here, then unaulizwa upeane details zako za your address. So nikapeana details zangu za my address. Unaulizwa how long you've stayed in that address, you specify, and then you're told to write. Unaulizwa your address ni yako umebuy, ni ya cancel, ama you're renting privately. So mimi nikasema I'm renting privately. So unaulizwa what is the name of the company or landlord who's rented the property to you. So you give out the details of your people. So mimi nilipenda details of my agents. Unaulizwa useme the name of the agent or the landlord and their address and their phone number. So I did exactly that. Moving along. So hapo umeproof address. Then unarudi unaulizwa medical attention given to me whilst in UK. So una specify. Unaambiwa specify, darling, okay, kuja UK, it's very important you have your own little diary. Or you use your phone, na kwa calendar, una mark dates. Kama mimi, I always mark dates. But I don't even know how I thought of doing that. So if you were ever treated in UK, the Home Office wants to know. So naulizwa, state the month and the year that you went for that treatment, be it at the GP, be it at a hospital, be it at an emergency, state it. And then first, wanakuuliza pale, were you charged? Of course, I'm in healthcare, so of course, ninasema I wasn't charged. Because for me, in healthcare, nikienda hosi, si charge wangu anything. But the people who are here on maybe study visa, they normally pay health surcharge. Me being in healthcare, that's one of the benefits I get, because I'm in healthcare. I don't get charged. The only thing I pay for is my prescription. I'm gonna pay for it. But if I'm going to a doctor, regardless of whatever issue it is that's taken me to the hospital, I don't get charged nothing. Remember kama historia, let me digress kidogo. Mnakumbuka historia, I had a surgery done on my gum. You guys will remember? Twice. I was done surgery twice on my gum. I had so many hospital visits to a specialist, and I was discharged almost an year later. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't charged nothing. So many scans, 2 surgeries and consultations, and I wasn't charged a dime. Why? I'm in healthcare. So hapa home office wanataka kujua ulitreatiwa? Yes. Which month and which year? Unasema. Were you charged anything? No. Unaandika hivyo. So mi nilispecify mbili. So nakumbuka hiyo nilienda ya dentist, alafu ile ingine niliwaambia nilienda for a very different kind of gynecological test. Unakumbuka hiyo? Na by the way, I owe you video on that. Nilisahau. So I only specified those two because I mean that's the only time I've been to the hospital. For to the hospital for a treatment or for you know, for an what's it called, for a test or something. Hizo zingine ni jabs kama za flu jabs, covid jabs. Hizo mimi sikuspecify. Niliandika tu zenye nilienda kwa hosi kuvisit daktari, and then after that after some time I was discharged. You know what I'm saying? All right. So you asked about the medical treatment history since you landed in the UK. So you specify the hospital, you specify the address and their phone number, and then you specify when they received you and when they discharged you. Like for me, Yameno, they received me in October of 2022, and they discharged me in November of 2023. Yeah. So naandika hivyo. For me, I always mark it on my calendar. So for those guys who are in UK, make sure una mark, because even I think such questions will still come up when you're doing ILR. Utaulizwa umeenda hosi, umetritiwa, blah blah blah. Utaulizwa, so you need to specify. Just for me now, I've always been marking on my calendar anyway. I always mark on my calendar. Okay, so nimewambia story ya passport. You prove your identity, that's the passport, the BRP, and then from there you've got proof of address, you talk about your address, and then from there, and of course, kama ni renting, unasema the name of your landlord or your agents, their address and their phone number, and then from there, unaulizwa the medical treatment history in UK, within UK, alrighty? Alright, moving along, then from there, niliulizwa nini ingine? And all this unajifanyia kivyako, okay? It's very easy. You just inakuprompt. Ukimaliza hii inakuprompt. Ukimaliza inakuprompt. Then unarudi travel history. Pia mention about the travel history. If you've gone abroad, if you've gone to Isle of Man, kama anywhere home travel una specify. Alafu unaulizwa be your criminal records clearance una specify. Okay? Alafu you declare. Hata kama ni darling, hata kama ni traffic hata kama ni a traffic offense una specify. Wacheni niwaambie kitu, you guys, those guys coming from home, mukikuja UK, be very careful, darlings. I'm not scaring you. Be very careful about traffic offense, especially kama unaenda kupiga sherehe, darling. Kama unaenda kupiga sherehe, do not drive. Do not drive. Kama unaenda kupiga sherehe, either have a designated driver. Like me, if my person is going maybe sherehe, I do tag along kama niko free, na tagingi along na kuwa the designated driver. Na kunywa Fanta orange yangu, yeye anapiga sherehe, and I drive him home. Munisikize, if there's nothing else you take from this video, take this from me. Kama mnatoka nyumbani mnakuja kufanya kazi UK, you guys, usitake kushikwa na makosa ya drunk and driving. Don't. Be very, very careful. Get yourself a designated driver or get a taxi, darling. Panda basi enda town. Ukikuja nyumbani, get a taxi. Pay for that taxi. Ukuje nyumbani. Do not drive when you're drunk, especially kama as an immigrant. Guess what? That can be grounds for you being deported. Can I blow my nose? Excuse me, teacher. Your point ni noma. Amaje biscuit, right biscuit? Yes, ata biscuit ame consign you. Do not drink and drive. Don't. Get yourself a taxi or get yourself a designated driver. designated driver. Okay, yeah. So kwa offenses, pia traffic offenses, you're supposed to declare them to Home Office. So be very careful, darling. Be very careful. Protect yourself. Do the right thing at the right time, at the right place. Do the right thing at the right time, at the right place. And let me tell you, Big Brother is always watching. My dear, huku kuna cameras everywhere. So do the right thing at the right time, at the right place. Okay? Good. So you also declare all that on that visa application. What else? Okay, so your new employer and your new sponsor, you ask for their details. Utaulizwa the COS number, utaweka, alafu utaulizwa how long the sponsorship is, unaandika. Unaulizwa ina commence which day to which day, unaandika. Then unaulizwa the details of the employer, unapeana jina ya kampuni, unapeana address yake na unapeana contacts. Na unapeana the role that you're going to do in that company. Na unaulizwa your role, is it on the shortage occupation list? Unasema yes. And it's the truth. It is there. And let me tell you, Home Office are the ones wanatoanga hizo lists. So ukipeana, immediately computer inajiprompt, ina confirm. Do the right thing at the right time, at the right place. Say the truth always. It sets you free. Now, is it on the shortage occupation list? By now, mnajua kumekuwa kukona issues about net immigration in the UK. They are very keen on reducing the levels of immigration, be it illegal immigration or net immigration. So for you to come out here on a skilled worker visa, that role lazima iko on the shortage occupation list. I don't know if that list is still called like that. It used to be called like that, but I think there's a different, it's not called like that anymore. But I'm just using this for the purpose of me explaining what I mean. Home Office wanakuuliza kama hii job unakuja kufanya, is it on the shortage occupation list? Unasema yes. Why? UK are trying to cut down immigration. Be it they are trying to curb the illegal immigration, and they're also trying to reduce the net immigration. So whatever role iko kwa skilled worker visa ni role yenye imesha advertisewa here in UK na imekataa kupata people to work on it. Let me choose other words to explain that. Shortage occupation list. I'm using that word just for the purpose of explaining. I don't think it's called that anymore. So ile role unakuja kufanya hapa UK from abroad ni huko Kenya, huko ni abroad. Tukiwa huku tunawaita abroad. If you're coming to UK on a shortage occupation list, on a skilled worker visa, hiyo job lazima ikwe aka fruit fly kananibo, alafu kanashinda kwa hii chocolate yangu. Nimekashikas. Nimekadropeth. Lakini sichaka kile. Nimekashika nikakatupa. Sasa mimi sijui ku edit. Sasa hiyo word ndiko wako tena. Sasa kashinda hiyo word sasa nimetumia itafanya hata nini video yangu isilete advertisements. The devil is a liar. Anyway, what was I saying? Job yenye unakuja kufanya hapa on a skilled worker visa. I really want to explain this point, so just bear with me. Job yenye unakuja kufanya huku UK on a shortage, lazima ikuwe on the shortage list. Lazima ikuwe imeadvertisewa huku locally na haijafiliwa. Lazima opportunity kwanza ikuwe imepewanwa to the people who are here. For the locals here, lazima hao wapewe priority ya hiyo job. Okay, wewe ni mtu wa huku UK. Kuna hii job. Kwanza upewe priority ya kuiapply, na kama unaiqualify unapewa hiyo chance. Hiyo job ikiapplywa na ikae for some time, for a period of time, kama haijafiliwa up, then that's when in-outsourciwa to the people abroad. Mnapewa vacancies, mnakuja mna-apply from abroad. But before your job iende kwa mtandao ati mnatumiwa mu-apply huko nje, lazima kwanza the locals wakuwe wamepewa priority. I hope nime make my point. I hope you understand. moving along swiftly. So that's why home office inakuuliza hii role unakuja kufanya hii inasponsoriwa iko kwa shortage occupation list, unasema yes. Of course they have their way of proving, because remember they ask you for the code. If that code is not existing there, haiko kwa shortage occupation list, now they'll automatically just drop you. Now I'm saying, so ukipeana code automatically wanajua. Oh yes. Tuendelee. So from the top, una proof identity, mi nilitumia BRP, and of course you give details of your passport. They already have it in the system, yako ni confirm na you input again, then system na at the back end inaenda ina confirm, you know what I'm saying? So proof of identity, proof of address, proof of your employer, proof of you explain about, you declare your criminal records clearance, and travel history. Then kuna hii point nilikuwa nataka kusema ninapotea haki. There's a point I wanted to say na inapotea. I hope nitakumbuka before nimalize video, because I'm almost wrapping up anyway. Then nikikumbuka ndarudi nyuma. You're told now to what's it called? You get to the point for payments. So ndio unalipa. Guess how much? 280 something. Imagine. 280, is it 280 something? I don't know if it was 284 or 285, thereabout, for the visa. That's it. Pound. That's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Piggy the poke. So you pay, then immediately unapata email wanakwambia receive. Oh, this part, when you're putting your details of ile field unafanya huku UK. Me, I'm in healthcare. Kuna wale wako shule na kuna wale wako kwa other places. Mi niko healthcare, so immediately inakuuliza stories za if you need to put extra if they the system will prompt you on if they need extra proof from you or extra documentation from you. For me, walienda see at the back end, unajua input kitu back end inaenda then inakurudia inakuuliza swali lingine. So yangu ikaniambia we don't need any further proof. Mimi niko fiti. I don't need to pay surcharge, health surcharge, but wengine itaenda izunguke ikuitishe documents, especially kama I'll assume probably if you say like maybe your dependents, maybe ukisema wako abroad, ama maybe you have minors and stuff like that, maybe they might ask you for extra proof. I don't know anyway. I'm not about that because it doesn't concern me. You know what I'm saying?